Looks harmless, right? You're tired, the baby's calm, it's just a quick scroll. But your baby's brain just registered something. There are 4 completely normal habits parents do every single day. And science shows they're affecting your baby in ways almost nobody talks about. These aren't extreme cases. These are things you probably did today. Let's find out what they are and what to do instead. Habit 1. Scrolling your phone while holding your baby. Back in 1975, a psychologist named Edward Tronick ran an experiment that changed everything we know about babies. He called it the still face experiment. The rule was simple. The mom had to stop reacting to her baby. Keep her face neutral. No smiles, no responses, no expression. The result was always the same. Within seconds, the baby would try everything to get her attention back. Smile, point, scream. And when nothing worked, they gave up. Here's the part nobody tells you. Your baby's brain doesn't tell the difference between an experimental still face and a mom distracted by her phone. To them, it's the exact same thing. Studies with babies between 4 and 6 months show measurable spikes in cortisol, the stress hormone, when a caregiver fails to respond to social cues for more than 30 seconds. And the problem isn't the screen itself. It's the break in what neuroscientists call serve and return, that back and forth between baby and caregiver that literally builds brain connections. The fix isn't quitting your phone. It's creating short, complete moments. 5 minutes of full attention, phone out of reach, are worth more than an hour holding the baby while scrolling the feed. Their brain needs your face responding to theirs. That's how they learn the world is a place where they matter. Habit 2. Interrupting your baby when they're focused. When a baby is locked in on a task, even one that looks silly to us, their brain is doing massive work. It's building what neuroscientists call executive function, sustained attention, self-control, persistence. The same skills that, years from now, will decide how they study, solve problems, and handle frustration. Every time they hold attention for 30, 60, 90 seconds straight, neural circuits are being reinforced. Every well-meaning interruption, a good job, a suggestion, here, let me do it, cuts that process in half. The rule is simple. If your baby is concentrating, watch in silence. Wait. Let them mess up, try again, figure it out. Only step in when they invite you, with a look, a babble, a real cry of frustration. The praise that comes after their discovery is worth infinitely more than the praise that interrupts it. Habit 3. Talking about your baby like they're not there. It happens in almost every home. A visitor shows up, they ask about the baby, and the parents answer like the baby is an object in their lap, not a person hearing every word. Research with babies as young as 6 months shows they're already reading the emotional tone of what's said about them. They don't get the words shy or picky, but they catch the sigh, the frustration in your voice, the apologetic look that comes with it. And here's the wild part. Brain imaging studies show that a baby's brain processes words spoken to them differently than words spoken about them. The problem isn't just what gets said, it's the invisible message underneath. You're not part of this conversation. Repeated enough times across the early years, that message teaches your baby that their own opinion of themselves doesn't count. And here's the most surprising part. Labels stuck on this early tend to become self-fulfilling prophecies. Babies described as difficult at 8 months were more likely to show oppositional behavior at age 3, according to a 2019 longitudinal study. The fix is simpler than it sounds. Bring your baby into the conversation. Look at them before talking about them. Swap "he's shy" for "he likes to watch" before joining in. Swap "she's difficult" for "she's learning how to say no." The difference sounds subtle, but for a brain that's still forming, It's the difference between growing up hearing I'm a problem and growing up hearing I'm a person figuring things out. Habit 4. Rushing the everyday transitions. This is the most common habit, the most invisible, and probably the most underestimated of all four. Picking up the baby without warning, changing a diaper on autopilot, lifting them out of the crib, into the car seat, out of the bath. Quick moves that to us are just taking care of them. But to a baby, it's the world moving without notice. A baby's brain hasn't yet developed what neuroscientists call a predictive model. Adults know what's coming next. Babies don't. They live in the absolute present. So when you scoop them up without warning, they're not thinking, "Oh, mom's taking me to the bath." They're thinking, "My body is flying, someone is moving me, and I have no idea why." In studies with caregivers, announced transitions reduced crying episodes by up to 40% during routines like bath, diaper changes, and bedtime. And here's the beautiful part of the science. The baby doesn't need to understand the words. They just need to hear the calm tone of your voice before the movement happens. That voice cue activates what researchers call positive anticipation in their brain, the opposite of a stress response. The fix costs you 3 seconds. Before every transition, give them a heads up. "I'm picking you up now. We're going to the bath. I'm taking your shirt off." You're not just talking to your baby, you're giving their brain time to get ready. And over time, something incredible happens. They start anticipating, cooperating, trusting their own body and space. That's how a sense of safety actually gets built. Not with cuddles, not with toys, not with music, but with heads ups. 3 seconds at a time. None of these 4 habits make you a bad parent. All of them are normal. All of them happen in homes where the baby is deeply loved. The point of this video was never blame. It was awareness. 4 small shifts. None of them require extra time, money, or superhuman patience. Just attention. And it's exactly that attention, repeated thousands of times across the early years, that builds the kind of adult your baby's going to become. Early childhood science sounds complicated, but at its core, it says one thing. Babies don't need perfect parents. They need present ones. And presence, the real kind, starts the moment we notice the small habits we'd been missing.